Disney reported a blowout quarter on Tuesday, beating estimates across nearly every division. I'm here with Jim Cramer. Jim, pretty solid report across the board. Is there anything not to like? We're hearing ESPN, studio entertainment revenue slipped.
ESPN did have a quarter where they had a lot of cost, but remember this, you're seeing the cost being sunk. Now you got the college football bowl that turned out to be the greatest ever sporting events on cable. You have a lot of the sunk costs for a lot of the different leagues that all were experienced this quarter, and you didn't even notice, which is really great. What really matters, of course, is the future, and you do have Star Wars coming out at the end. You got a couple really good Pixar releases. You have a 7-minute Frozen. We have Shanghai, the theme park, coming out. By the way, it's really funny that people are saying, wow, the theme park, it's late. Well, and why didn't you point it out? At one point, Iger was asked, why didn't you point it out? I mean, okay, I don't even want it to come in that last quarter. That's my Star Wars quarter. You know, I want to have lots of just regular, consistent consumer product rollouts. He's got 11 franchises, each worth $1 billion and growing. This reminds me of Procter & Gamble when it was in the teens. You're just going to have years of growth, and that's the way you have to think of it. Everyone needs to give their kids a share of Disney.
Wow, so if you're not involved in Disney already, some people might think they missed the boat, but you can still get in if you want to hold it for the long haul?
Disney's episodic. I mean, there was an Ebola outbreak, and there was a guy who downgraded at 84, went down to 82. We'll get moments, oil will shoot up, and someone will say, well, the theme parks, which were really incredible in numbers, theme parks even bucked the strong dollar, and someone will say theme parks aren't going to do as well. There are myriad ways to be able to get into Disney. I do think it's going to go over 100, but you can get a pullback just from the general market, and that's what you have to use. That's been the right thing to do. Go look at the chart since 2005. Other than a break in 2008, 2009, when the world was coming to an end, you'll see consistent, but there was always a moment where the stock breaks and people fear something. That's when I want you to get in. Not unlike, by the way, Chipotle. Chipotle down 50, and then tomorrow it goes down because stocks that are down 50 tend to go down again the next day, and then you buy. You very rarely get price breaks in the really great franchises, and when you do get them, you have to take them.
Yeah, after this report, a lot of people would be happy to hear they still have a chance to get involved.
Well, look, Disney was Bob Iger. Is he a friend? My show's not about friends, it's about making money, but I regard Iger as just one of the great executives I've ever met. It's a privilege to know him, and he's done remarkable things, and I think that he has always been the most aggressive buyer of his own stock. Take a look at the buyback. Every time you think they're about to run out of gas, he buys Marvel, he bought Pixar, he buys Marvel, and I think the greatest tribute to Bob Iger was paid in the Walter Isaacson book about Steve Jobs, saying that Jobs, basically, the only executive he really thought might be smarter than he was Bob Iger.
Well, there you have it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jim. That's Jim Cramer, and I'm Brittany Umar for The Street.